are now plugged into Hooked on Sonics with Bruce and Tone Capone.
And we're live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another fantastic episode of Hooked on Sonics. I am one of your two hosts, Bruce, and as always, everyone's brother from another mother. And joining us this week, we've got the panel on to discuss our top 5 favorite cover songs. So lots of shit to get into. First off, we've got from Slow Drown, the one, the only Scott Stevens.
Yo.
Yo. Then next we have from Beyond Neptune, who are out there promoting their latest album, Ascend. Pick it up everywhere. We've got Chuck G's Beyond Neptune. Let's go.
That's that dude right there. That's that dude right there. You see him on that album cover right there? That's their new album. That's that dude. I know that dude. He's a cool dude.
That dude.
Yeah.
Last name dude. First name that.
That
dude. Mr. Dude.
Yeah. And speaking of cool dudes, we've got the one, the only, the man, myth, legend, Wes Beach from The Accidents and the Plasmatics. Wes, everyone, welcome.
All right. Thank you very much. Nice to be back with the esteemed panel once again.
Thank you. Yeah.
I love it when we get together because the conversation is epic. And for those out there who have been following us for a while, you know that at the end of each season, we usually bring some really cool topic abroad and say, hey, this is what we're going to deal with. We're going to bring some other big music lovers that we know are versed in several different forms of music across all different kinds of boards and genres. And what better group to do it with than these cats right here? So
absolutely,
we're going to have a good time, man. This is a big one.
Yeah. So this is the end of season 4, right? Time flies.
This is episode 141. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, when I go to edit this is going to be episode 141. One is usually the beginning of some shit, and we're ending some shit.
We've only just begun.
This sounds like some shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be some shit. Especially your Morbid Angel cover of "Baby Hit Me One More Time." I know it's coming up.
It was Poker Face. It was Poker Face, dude. Trust me, it was Poker Face.
Okay,
you got that
fine.
wrong. All right.
Cool. Well, let's do it to it, my friend.
All right. I think before we got on camera here, it was determined that we would start with Scott, move our way over to me, then Bruce and Wes, then Chuck. That'll be the order, gentlemen. Let's get it on.
All right.
You're up.
Number 5, I've got The Cure covering Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
They did it for a Hendrix tribute album, I think somewhere late 90s. A bunch of other 90s bands, 80s, 90s bands were on that tribute album as well. But their version, I picked basically the covers I picked were people who took other people's songs and kind of made them their own and put their own spin on it. And that's what they did with Purple Haze. It's totally different from, the original Hendrix version. It's got a different beat, same chord progression, different beat, and just a lot of, what The Cure does, a lot of synthy stuff and the post-punk atmospheric stuff that they're known for. And that's what they did with his song, and it's really good. I don't know if you guys have actually heard it, but
Nope.
It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, never.
Nice. Good pick. I'll definitely be checking. So I want to say personally, I'm probably going to go through. I'm one of those people who do dig a good cover, and I'm probably going to go through and check a lot of this out. I'm
Mhm.
looking very forward to that as well. Scott, thank you for your number 5. So my number 5, this will probably be the weirdest one on my list. I want to preface this by saying one thing and one thing only. I will be the type of person who will whoop your ass
Hmm.
over Jim Henson and the Muppets. I am a huge Muppet fan. Don't ever speak ill of the Muppets in front of me.
We do it.
I am furious with Disney because they're not utilizing the IP right now. And Electric Mayhem is the greatest band that never existed. All right. With that being said, my number 5 cover comes from a gentleman by the name of Todd Smith. He is the frontman for several bands. You may know him from Polka Dot Cadaver, Dog Fashion Disco, as well as his solo project, which this song came from, El Creepo. He was also a singer for a band called Knives Out, and I believe the Altar Boys. He's had his hands in a lot of different things, and he's one of the coolest cats I personally know. And it is their cover, or his cover as El Creepo of The Rainbow Connection by Kermit the Frog, written by Paul Williams and Kenneth Asher. Phenomenal cover.
What makes it great?
What makes
do
it
you
great?
like? Yes.
So if you know Todd is one of these guys who has an amazing ability to put together amazing lyrics. And it just, one of my favorite lines from him is, I want a front row seat at your Technicolor funeral. It is an amazing line. And he does this throughout all of their music. I don't care if you like Dog Fashion Disco, Polka Dot Cadaver, or any of them. I don't care if you like them at all. You got to give credit where credit is due. And he is a master of lyrics, as well as as he's on the level of lyricism of Mike Patton, in my opinion. And if you respect Faith No More, Mr. Bungle, and stuff like that, I want to say early on there was a lot of influence, but Todd's got his own way of doing shit. And knowing that he would cover this for his solo album, and it was actually, I think, on the second solo album. When I got to the end and got to hear that, it was just so nostalgic, so fucking cool, and he did it very well. There's no bullshit to it. It is a true cover in the sense of somebody just, why are there so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side? I don't care if you were about our age or older, that if that song doesn't hit you somewhere, where the hell was your childhood? So,
Yeah.
With girls.
oh my God. Get out of here. All right. And that's my number 5.
All right.
Todd Smith, El Creepo doing Rainbow Connection.
Sweet. Me?
Yeah, you.
There we go. Who, me? All right. This next cover is a perfect example. This is a Queen cover, and this is a perfect representation of why I love Queen songs, but most of their production just drives me up the wall. So when this band covered it, and they've covered it in studio and live, but I really love this live version of Stone Cold Crazy. That is probably my favorite Queen song. But I love that the way that Metallica does it on Binge and
Oh
Purge
yeah.
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 closes out the whole freaking box set. And my God, Stone Cold motherfucking crazy, and then just crank it up, and oh, it's killer. Like I wish that Queen could have matched that, just that rawness, that energy. When they actually recorded that, or even when they played it live, it's just a different thing. But for me, this is top notch. One of my favorite covers for sure. Number 5.
That is a very
Nice.
cool pick.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a great cover.
Oh yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
my turn.
Wes is up.
All
Oh,
right. So the day I got Bruce's text saying we were going to do covers, I just happened to be watching YouTube and I saw this song come on from a band that I've been anxious to hear. I had heard of them, and that's the all Japanese female fronted band, actually all female band, Rolling Quartz, and their furious and blazing cover of Motley Crue's Kickstart My Heart.
Really?
Yes, if you hear play this song, if Motley Crue could play with that kind of ferocity and energy, they'd be playing arenas today.
Yeah.
I mean, it just totally blew me off the couch. It was great.
Wow.
It was really that good.
Wow.
I knew I had to include that. I'd never heard it before, but it just really, really, really tears into it.
Nice.
Now, did you happen to go into a dive on like whatever album that was on by them, or you just,
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I will. I watched a bunch more videos from them.
yeah?
Hey, Wes, what was the name of that band again?
Rolling Quartz.
Quartz. Okay.
Cool. Got it. I'll have to check
sounds
that out.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Gonna be a lot of listening to do once this stuff shows up.
Right.
These
Well, it's a
girls
good
in
thing
Jap-
we're going on break, man. We'll have a lot to listen to for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
It's gonna be funny. These girls from Japan are big. Like, why are we getting this huge uptick all of a sudden? What the hell's going on? You know?
Right, right. And they play their asses off, believe me.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right,
Good deal. Chuck,
Chuck.
you're up.
All right,
What is with the grin?
It's not from the Muppets, and it's not When You Wish Upon a Star by Gene Simmons or anything, but
Oh, thank God.
all right. So this is probably the one that's, like sticks out, like this isn't like the others type of thing. My number 5 comes from a band from the very early 80s. It's the title track to their second album, which I believe came out in 1982, entitled Black Metal. The band would be Venom. And the band that covered Black Metal was Cradle of Filth in 1998.
Ooh, that is a
What
good cover,
a
dude. That is a
blistering
good cover.
version and just a wicked version of that tune. I mean, Cradle gets a lot of flack and all of that, but back in the day when they were on.
Dude, they did a
And
really good cover of
what a great cover.
Iron Maiden's
Hallowed Be Thy Name.
yeah, oh my
Yeah.
God, that
Pretty
is
good.
such a
Pretty good.
dude. Oh yeah, dude. Shoot, man. Cradle's been known to do some pretty damn good covers.
Yes. Yep. But yeah, my number 5 would be Black Metal off the I believe it's the expanded edition of Cruelty and the Beast.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. They did a really cool cover of Temptation by who the hell was that band from the 80s? All I desire, temptation. Desire and I can't remember who the band is, man, for the life of me. But a band
Rex
from the
Manning?
80s. No, give me a damn phone.
Yeah, we'll just sit
80s
here.
song.
Look it up.
Heaven 17.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bruce, you're fired.
Who?
It's a good thing we're killing the podcast after this season.
That's right.
All right. I believe you're up, Scott. Number 4.
Number 4, I picked the song Army of Me by Bjork.
Ooh.
It was covered in, I believe, 1995 by the band Helmet.
Huh.
That's
And
wild.
yeah, Helmet just kind of, Page Hamilton, he's the primary songwriter in that band, and he kind of really took that song, and which originally is more of like electronic dance song. He turned it into a Helmet song, gave it a nice drum beat, great bass line to it, and kind of really, made it his own and turned it into a Helmet song. I believe that song, you can find that was on a couple movie soundtracks. I can't remember which one in the 90s, but that's where it first surfaced. I don't know if they've ever released that under a official Helmet release or not, like a best of or anything, but that's my number four.
Oh,
That's a great
Nice.
song.
Yeah, cool.
And you know, it's like if you listen to the Deftones, you can hear where Chino Marino got some of his vibe from.
Oh,
Was
definitely.
her, and even more specifically that song.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
what a great song. Jeez.
Opposite. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Helmet. I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard that.
Look,
Yeah.
Chuck's taking all kind. Hey, you know what the funny thing is? I'm writing every one of them down.
yeah.
Cool. All right, number 4 for me. So if asked 1,000 times over, people to name me, say, Tony, name your top 3 movie soundtracks of all time, they would consist of Return of the Living Dead, Pulp Fiction, and a movie from the 80s called Shocker. The Shocker soundtrack is an absolutely amazing feat of that style of music for that time frame. I'm not a huge Dangerous Toys fan, but my favorite Dangerous Toys song, Demon Bell, is on that soundtrack. I fucking love that song. That is a top tier song for me. If I ever hear that song anywhere, I will drop everything and rock out right there, and people go, "He's having a seizure." So, with that being said, off that soundtrack, probably the biggest track off that soundtrack, we come in with Megadeth covering Alice Cooper's "No More Mr. Nice Guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't forget about Sword and Stone on
I
that.
am the sword, you are the stone.
What was the title
Told you,
track?
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah.
title track?
Yeah,
Yep.
that was all Paul Stanley and his crew.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a great. That soundtrack is so hard to find right now.
It is. I
Like
would
it's
kill to
going
have
for
it.
stupid money on
I
Discogs.
had it on cassette when I was like a kid. When I was a kid.
Yep, same,
Hmm.
same. Damn.
Cool
All
pick, huh?
right, that was pretty good. That was way better than Rainbow Connection.
Hey, listen, dude. Listen.
Ah,
Just exploring my love of music.
That's
from all
right.
over.
Hey, we got our things.
We have our things.
All
Some of us
right.
stranger than others.
All right, number 4 for me. This man had a career at that when this song was released of over 40 years. Gone into a little bit of a lull in the 90s, or I'm sorry, in the 80s, and really started coming back with the help of Rick Rubin. This song really truly made me a fan of Johnny Cash. This came out in 1996, and this was all over the alternative radio stations when I was living in Dayton, and I became an absolute diehard Johnny Cash fan from the time I heard this song, and it is the cover of Soundgarden's "Rusty Cage." I love his delivery of this, and I love that breakdown because it's got Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers on that whole album, but this real simple breakdown of when the forest burns and so on and so forth. It's just got this great fucking riff to it, and just that killer Johnny Cash baritone and all its greatness. I love this song. Love it. So
Nice
number
pick.
4 for me.
I thought you were going to say "Hurt," and
Yep.
I think we can all agree if the writer of the song literally says that the song is no longer his,
Yeah.
like he did with and that's obviously a pretty damn good cover.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
honorable mention to that, guys.
Yes.
Wes, you're up.
All right. So this one is probably going to be the most commercial choice on the show. And it's a song that was done by a power pop trio from New York called the Arrows. And that's Joan Jett's version of I Love Rock and Roll, which I'd say most people don't even realize is a cover song.
Wow.
wow.
She
I
took
didn't know that.
it her own song, but yep, it's from the Arrows. And Coincidentally enough, the bass player of the Arrows, Alan Merrill, played in Mitch Lee, which was Joey Ramone's brother's band, the Rattlers, and opened for us at the Palladium in New York the first time we blew up a Cadillac.
Nice.
His father was a opera singer, Robert Merrill, who was known for singing the Star Spangled Banner to open Yankee games for years, and he was at the show, which was really cool to meet him.
That's
Wow.
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Now,
Nice.
how different is Jones' version from the Arrows?
From the Arrows, not very. It's actually a pretty close reading of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a little rocked up a little more. But yeah, the Arrows version's worth checking out. Very cool. And they had some other cool songs too, but they never made it over here. They were big in England. They even had their own TV show.
Huh.
Wow.
Never made inroads in the States.
Sometimes I just don't get it. I don't get it why, the who, what, where, and why bands make it or don't make it.
All right.
Dude.
Well, it's politics.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to be, and he's not wrong. It all comes down to the label and how hard they push.
Right.
If the label thinks you're marketable, they'll push you. If they
Yeah.
don't think you're marketable, here, we'll distribute your shit, but hey, we're not going to push you.
All right.
Oh, cool. Chuck, my man with the motherfucking plan. What do you got?
All right. Number 4. The original band of this tune was first, the year that the song came out was 1978. The band was the Dead Boys, and the song is "Ain't It Fun," covered by Guns N' Roses from the 1993 compilation
The
cover
Spaghetti
Spaghetti
compilation,
Incident.
the Spaghetti Incident, which
Yeah.
was their last thing with the classic, quote unquote, classic lineup,
Mhm.
minus a few Izzy Stradlins and Steven Adlers, but great. I believe it has Michael Monroe as well, splitting vocals with Axl.
Nice.
Okay.
And just the ravenous vibe of the entire, they're feral in the tune. Like it's so good, and I think that their version supersedes the Dead Boys version, but the Dead Boys version is really good too. But man, just the way that they trade back and forth and the intensity of the music it just made it one of my favorite covers ever.
Now, Wes, you knew the Dead Boys, right?
Right. Yeah, that was a good song. And I'm not a big Guns N' Roses fan, but I like that album, and I like their version of Johnny Thunders' "You Can't Put Your Arm Around a Memory."
Yes. Yeah, that's a great cover too.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool listing of covers that they chose to do for that album. Very, very cool. I'm not big on when people cover the Misfits, but their cover of Attitude with Axl's vocals, like
Wait a
Axl's-
minute.
That was Duff,
Duff.
right?
Yeah.
The stuff.
Did Duff do the
Yeah.
vocals on that?
Yes,
Yes.
he did.
Really?
And Duff also did "Can't Put Your Arms Around a Memory," if I remember right.
Really?
I believe so. I think Bruce is right on that.
I'll tell you this. I'm not very big on people covering the Misfits shit.
Unless you're Metallica.
Unless,
Yep.
n-
The greatest cover band of all time, in my
Yes. Yeah. Right.
I don't know about all that.
opinion.
Listen. I'm not going
Think
to give
about
them
it.
the greatest cover band of all time, dude, because that could be easily debated by number one. By number one.
Mm.
Okay.
We might talk about it then.
Yeah.
All right. I believe Scott's up for number 3.
Number 3. The song is "How Soon Is Now" by the Smiths. And it was covered in the 90s by the New York hardcore band Quicksand.
Huh.
Again, taking a song and totally making it their own. I'm sure everybody knows the original Smith song. It's just drenched in tremolo and clean guitar, and Morrissey's, his baritone-esque, crooning vocals. Whereas where Quicksand put it into more a hardcore context with more, distorted guitars and angrier vocals. It's a great cover.
Hmm.
You guys got to check it out for
And
sure.
what's the name of the song?
How Soon Is Now
Hmm.
by the Smiths.
Interesting.
Tony, I hope you'll post your list of all these songs at the end.
I sure will. Sure will. What I'm going to do
Let me
is
check some of these out.
over. I don't know how much space it'll let me put everything in to the captioning of everything, but what I'm going to do is if like when we do our normal shows with guests, over here in the corner, I'm going to pop up everybody's pick. I'm going to write in everybody's pick. This one's going to take a little bit to edit, but it'll be worth it because
Mhm.
everybody will see, Scott's number 4 is da 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 da.
Yeah, and we can
So-
always post it on Facebook and X too. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll get it all pre-written up. I can almost guarantee I'm not going to get this completely done tonight because of how long the episode will be. But it'll
not with
be up-
that
it'll-
attitude.
It'll be up by Thursday. So no, seriously, dude. Depending on how late this thing runs, and then you got to go in and edit each person's song. It can be a little daunting. But other than that, man, yeah, this list is coming along awesome. So I'm guessing this brings me to my number 3. I'm a huge fan of this band, and as of lately, they've just recently talked about going back out on the road, doing like a tribute set of shows. And I personally feel like this is one of those bands that, like everybody thinks Metallica as well, they can just cover just about anything. But the cool thing is a lot of times this band, like Scott likes, they take a cover and they make it their absolute own. And before I continue into that spiel, I'll just say, God rest in peace, Peter Steele of Typo Negative, and the cover comes off of their Bloody Kisses album, which is probably their most known and famous album. The cover is of Seals and Crofts' Summer Breeze.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Yes.
They took it, they owned it, they slowed it down, made it real doomy, sludgy type thing. And how do you take this da na na da na na na, and it just boom 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 boom. It is just heavy. It's just so heavy.
Oh yeah.
I'll never forget hearing that for the first time, and it just blew my mind, man. And yeah, Typo Negative, Summer Breeze by Seals.
Nice.
Very good.
Very cool. Well, that's a slow song, and it's you're sludgy. This band is the exact opposite of that. When I heard this cover by these young California kids from the same hometown as the Beach Boys, I knew they were a band for me. They did a fantastic job at Deuce by Kiss, and it is Red Cross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Pure energy. And they made it enough of their own, but they stayed so true to a lot of Ace's guitar work on the solo and stuff. There was a little differential there, but man, just the pure teenage energy. And I think around this time, Steve McDonald was like 12 playing bass.
He
And he's-
started super young.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, yeah. Red
And
Cross used to play shows with Black Flag. Black Flag practiced at a abandoned church, I believe in Hermosa Beach, California. And Red Cross would practice there. And yeah, there's actually an interview with Buzz from the Melvins talking about Steven in those days too.
Yeah.
Tripping on LSD at 12, watching Black Flag practice. And
Mhm.
yeah, he just couldn't believe all the stuff he got to do at such a young age.
Mm-hmm. There's a great Red Cross documentary called Born Innocent. I strongly recommend you guys to check that out because, dude,
Yeah, I need to see that.
you know, they
Yeah.
lived a life before they were able to drive a damn car. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
it's so wild. So, and also features, you know, Wes's favorite band, Black Flag.
Yeah, no thanks.
Not a fan, Wes. Huh?
East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gotta stay loyal.
There's history. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh yeah. Right.
Cool.
All right, Wes.
All right. So this next band is probably my most inspirational band. I grew up with them. They inspired me regularly. They still do to this day. And I'm probably a generation or two older than most of the members on the panel here. So, of course, that band, they started their career as a cover band, and that was the Beatles.
Mhm.
So many songs to choose from. It's like, well, what would you pick? So for me, I went with the Motown choice, Please Mr. Postman. It was done originally
Oh, yeah.
female Marvelettes out of Detroit.
Hmm.
And the Beatles took it and just owned it. They made it their own. You know, Paul's impassioned vocals on that song. You know, hear his voice straining. Just a real powerful song, and it was on the first Beatles album I ever had, introducing the Beatles.
Yeah. Now, did they ever release that as an actual single, or is that just an album cut?
Yeah,
Remember?
I think it was a single, if I
Okay.
recall, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to check on it, but and they had so many to choose from. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Twist and Shout was another one. I mean, they were big Motown fans.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, them and the Stones both were, you know, they did so many covers on those early albums, and they were all fantastic.
Right, not a bad cut out of them.
No, not at all. Man, what a great choice.
Nice.
Awesome.
I am so looking forward to going through this shit. I'm not even kidding. There's some the diversity here is just like, oh, this is just what I'm looking for over the summer. This may become my summer playlist. You know what I
There
mean?
you go. Yeah.
Chuck, number 3, man.
Well, to add to your summer playlist tone, this song here was originally done by The Who in 1973,
Ooh.
and the album was Quadrophenia, if I'm saying it right. And the band that covered it was Wasp in 1980.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
I mean,
no.
that was the first time I had ever heard the tune with the Wasp version. But man, I mean, like the song, the way that Blackie's voice is, like the almost a snarkiness in his voice. They keep it pretty close to the original, I think. It's just a little heavier, obviously. And the video's really cool. Blackie driving around. But yeah, no. Number 3 would be "The Real Me" by Wasp.
Yeah, great version they do.
I
Yeah,
gotta listen to that. I love that song by the Who. So
Dude, listen, I don't even want to talk to you because you're the only person in this room that probably can't even listen to Wasp. And I have tried so
I can
hard.
listen.
Oh, dude, you drive me nuts.
Just not enjoy.
You give no love. Are you the same way too? Are
Who,
you
me?
not a Wasp fan?
Not really. No.
Stop. I'm gonna have to take you behind the woodshed.
Yeah. Got to school them.
past the aesthetics and all of that, but once you get past that, like, I mean, Blackie, he's an underrated singer.
Oh, definitely.
He, like,
Easily.
the voice comes on, and if you know metal, whether you like Wasp or not, you know that voice.
Oh yeah.
His vocal DNA is unmistakable.
Yeah,
Right. I'd agree with that. Yeah.
yeah. The Headless Children is that's when they got a little more like adult about things, you know, less sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and more towards, you know, the current events of that time.
Social issues and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Headless Children is if I were going to, so I may have messed up in giving Bruce a Wasp album because I thought that maybe giving him the Crimson Idol was a good idea because of it having the storyline behind it and whatnot.
Mhm.
And to me, it would seem like the most accessible album from Wasp if you're a Wasp fan trying to turn somebody on to Wasp.
It's my favorite Wasp album for sure.
It is probably my number one, easily in my top three. Okay. Headless Children ranks up there as well. And I think Inside the Electric Circus is another big one for me. Maybe Eldorado.
Well, the last command for me is the top one.
Yeah, there you go. Last Command. Okay.
That first,
Just there's so many great riffs that came out of Wasp and so many great rock anthems. Like they were a real anthem band. A lot of the things that you sang along with in their chorus wise was very anthemy. And if you've never seen them live, even at this age, Blackie's still a monster, dude. Vocally, he's still pretty damn solid. And a lot of those guys from the 80s don't still have it like that. Now, I do believe he is using a little bit of backing tracks, and he's admitted to that. However, I've heard him clean mic vocal. He's still, let's just say he's not as bad off as
Vince Neil.
Vince or Don Dokken for that matter.
Yeah.
Don's in bad shape, dude.
Right. Yes.
You
And don't forget Paul Stanley.
Poor Paul.
He hasn't been able
Yeah.
to sing for 20 years.
Yeah.
Right.
So, wow,
That's
man.
the first farewell tour.
What a great pick, Chuck. Dude, I always forget how big of a Wasp fan. You're as big as a Wasp fan as I am. So yeah, that's awesome.
You know,
That was it.
it's fascinating. Are you sure you gave me a Wasp album? Because I have no recollection of that.
Oh, yeah.
Did
Crimson Idol. I gave you the
completely wiped
Crimson
it
Idol.
from my memory. I have
gave you-
no idea.
I gave you the Crimson Idol. But see, here's the other thing, Bruce. Being that you've been on this musical journey over the last 4 years, and I've dumped a lot of shit in your lap, and even now you can say, you know what, I can tolerate a death metal band. I can listen to Obituary. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It took me, and Chuck, bass player Blue knows this. It took me a long time to really grasp and listen to and appreciate the band Death. I love death metal. I just didn't understand the whole thing behind Death until I really sat down with it, really took a week and really absorbed it all in. And I realized one thing from that musical journey is that Chuck Schuldiner, no matter what you say about the gentleman, each album was progressively better than the last musically. Musically, he was not one of these musicians that rested on his laurels. How can I take it to that next level? How can I make it sound better? Who can I bring aboard to make it sound better? And players throughout the seasons continuously got better. And if you go back and you take a look at the members that were members of Death, some of those guys to this day are still renowned as some of the greatest players in their field. Gene Hoglan, bass player,
Steve DiGiorgio.
DiGiorgio. Yeah, just phenomenal guys, dude. Phenomenal guys. DiGiorgio's also in Testament, so
Right.
that speaks volumes in itself as well. So, man, this is Scott, I think you're up with number 2, man.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to heavy it up here a little bit for number 2. One of my favorite metal bands of all time is Sepultura. Max Cavalera started after he left Sepultura, started Soulfly, and they covered Black Sabbath's Under the Sun, which is already a heavy song to begin with.
Soulfly Under the Sun?
Yes. And they made it even heavier, which I didn't think was possible.
Uh,
Yeah.
Now, was that on that Nativity in Black album?
Yes, that was on. There was 2. I believe that was on the second one
Okay.
because Sepultura had covered "Symptom of the Universe" on the first one.
yes,
Okay.
they did.
And
Killer.
then
That
what's that?
killer version of that.
Yeah, which was awesome too. Yeah, yeah. Just Max's vocals just made it, that more angry and aggressive than the original. And they do the cool jam, the kind of acoustic jam thing at the end too. It's a great cover by
Wow.
far.
Have to
A
check
great
that
pick.
out.
What a great dude. This list is we're getting 25 songs of amazing tunes. Some of them we're already familiar with, and a lot that we're not.
Mhm.
This is awesome. Bruce, you're number two. No, I'm number two.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta leave. I gotta go do a number two. No. All right. Tone's number two.
I thought that was your number 5.
I have a buddy of mine. His name is Pickle. If you've ever been around me, you've ever met Pickle and Dave, you know they're two of my absolute closest friends. And Pickle does not like cover songs, but I always find myself playing with Pickle musically and going, "Well, you do, you just don't realize it." And he's like, "Prove it to me." So on a whim one night, we're sitting around playing darts for a dart tournament, and as we play dart tournament, we get to each person gets to pick their own song off of the YouTube playlist or whatever. I played this song, and Pickle is probably one of the biggest Ozzy / Black Sabbath fans I know besides Todd, who is my guitar player from Suspect Earth. I played this song, and he looked at me and said, "Man, nice pick," because he honestly thought it was Black Sabbath. This is probably the best Black Sabbath cover you will ever hear in your entire life. I challenge you to find one better. I challenge you to find one more accurate. And this is why it ranks to be my number two. It would be my number one because of the band, but it's Sleep Snowblind.
Oh,
Mm.
yes.
Tell me you don't listen to that and don't think Al is Ozzy.
Yeah, he does it very well.
It's creepy, dude. It's
Yeah, he
creepy.
does it very well, the
It's
whole Ozzy
so
vocal, yeah.
creepy, dude. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
creepily good.
Yes.
Best that is absolutely in my hand. And there's a lot of Black Sabbath covers out there, but you will not find, in my personal opinion, one truer to form than Sleep Snowblind, which is on Holy Mountain, the first album.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. This is a Bob Dylan cover. Um, Bob Dylan, obviously, fantastic songwriter. And you have to either, you either love or hate his vocals. But this cover was on one of my favorite TV shows at the time when it came out, and this whole soundtrack, the first soundtrack, it's 2 discs of just pure great various versions of just all kinds of really cool shit. But this one stood out so much that we ended up um, playing this at my wedding, where Rhea came down the aisle, as it were, and that is the young lady named Audra May covering "Forever Young."
Hmm.
It is simple, and it's very soft and acoustic, and her voice is just perfect.
Hmm.
It's just perfect. And if you don't, I the older I get to, the more I appreciate the lyrics in it. And maybe if I have a couple too many Chardonnays from time to time, I might get a little weepy. Might get a little weepy on the third verse. I don't know. It might happen.
Did he just say Chardonnay?
That's right.
All right, hey,
This is
the
a
rest of you
classy
guys,
show.
I am looking for a new co-host for the next season. Does anybody want to join me? All right, good pick, man. Good pick.
Yeah.
Wes, you're up, man. Number two.
All right. So, only 5 songs. I mean, cover songs, I've loved cover songs forever. And I could have a list of about 200 if I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A band that had a number of covers that I really liked, of course, is a band I have a connection with, and that is the band Kiss. And I was kind of torn between King of the Nighttime World and this pick. And I went with this pick because after the Beatles, and for a while, this was actually my favorite band, and that was the Dave Clark Five and Kiss's cover of Any Way You Want It from the fourth side of Alive 2.
Nice.
Now, most Kiss purists hate that song, but I think it's a great version.
That's
Absolutely
killer.
agree.
And I love the Dave Clark Five because they had a sax player in the band, and I grew up playing saxophone, so I kind of gravitated toward them. But I think Kiss does a great version of the song, and Gene was a big fan of the Dave Clark Five, and you can tell they play that with a lot of respect.
Yeah, I love Peter's his drum sound on the entire fourth side, but especially on Any Way You Want It. I love it.
What a nice pick. God, this is crazy. Crazy. I knew I would just been wondering if any of us would cross over on one, and it's amazing that none of us have with 25 songs, but there's a lot of covers out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All
Hey
right.
Wes, did the Ramones cover that song too?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I thought maybe they did. Okay.
Cool. All right, Chuck, I believe you're up. Number 2.
Number 2. Well, number 1 and number 2 it was a tug of war. So my number 2 is going to be the song originally came out in 1968. It is by a band called the Beatles.
Who?
It was the Beatles, and this cover was recorded in 1983 by a band called Motley Crue.
I already knew it, dude.
Helter Skelter from Shout at the Devil.
Great choice.
Good pick. That's a good pick.
I mean, it's different than the original, and ultimately nothing's going to beat that original. But Motley Crue does a kind of makes it their own. You can hear the LA Hollywood struttiness in the beat and everything. You can tell that they're from California. Just the way that they pull that off, they made it their own. It sounds like Motley Crue.
Mm-hmm.
For the longest time, I had never heard the Beatles version. And so time, like when you put on Shout at the Devil, that song goes with the whole album as if it's a song.
Yep.
So yeah, number 2, Helter Skelter, Motley Crue.
Bruce and I often talk about, and I know that you've listened to every episode. Bruce and I often talk about song placement on albums and track listing and stuff. One of the greatest things you can do is oversee someone who can understand what you've written and then take your tracks and put them in a proper order on album, because track listing can often, for us, it can often mar a review. And Shout at the Devil is one of those albums that the track listing is perfect. Each song goes into the next one perfect. There's not a bad track on that album in my personal opinion. It is probably so. If I had to rank Motley Crue albums, of course, I'm probably going to get a little flack on this. A lot of people who are real Motley Crue fans would cite Shout at the Devil as being their number 1. But the number 1 for me is the first album, Too Fast for Love. I just love how raw it was. It was a very you never got that version of Motley Crue again. It was just that raw. And then I feel the same way about the Death albums. The first Death album so raw, you never got that version of Death again. So, but Shout at the Devil probably should have pushed them further into stardom than I feel Dr. Feelgood did. It's just a bigger album, in my opinion. And hands down, a much better album. Don't get me wrong, Dr. Feelgood's a great album, but
well, okay.
by commercial standards. By commercial standards, right?
It starts at Dr. Feelgood and ends with Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, come on, Kickstart My Heart's Killer. What are you talking about?
No.
Same old situation. Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
Meh.
Time for
De-
change. Come on.
definitely commercial crew. Hey,
Yeah.
look, you really want to get into the brass tactics of it. I'll piss everybody off in the room and tell you, I thought the John Corabi album was fucking great.
Ugh.
Yes, thank you. Me
It
too.
was,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was great.
To
Yeah,
be honest,
absolutely.
go back to listen to that. I remember buying it when it first came out and not really caring for it, but
Because
I go back
you
and
were
listen.
biased. Because you were biased.
Oh, no, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, everybody was biased then, and that album really kind of opened my eyes to not being biased. It's very hard to replace a lead singer, and to be honest with you, Vince hasn't sounded good for a long, long, long time. I've seen Motley Crue 4 times. Twice the band sounded great. All 4 times, Vince bit it.
Mm.
And there has never been another band that I've seen multiple times that the singer bit it like that. Ugh.
he
Hard
didn't have the
pass.
tracks working.
Yeah.
Hard pass, dude. Hard
Mhm.
pass. Hard pass. Motley Crue, I love the music, but it makes you wonder if Vince was completely studio.
Yes.
It really,
Yeah.
it really makes you acknowledge that, dude. Vince was complete studio, dude.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Cool.
Are we at number one?
Everybody is at the number one. Once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in, watching, listening at home. We want to thank Wes, Chuck, and Scott for coming on and doing this with us. We want to thank you guys for tuning in for 4 wonderful seasons. We'll be coming back for a 5th season. Bruce and I have already been in discussions about that, which means we'll be seeing you guys sometime in late August, early September. I want to say you'll see see us coming back. We've got a lot of shows to go to over the summer. We may end up hooking up with Wes for a show. I know I'm probably going to catch a Beyond Neptune show here and there, and I'm definitely going to catch a Slow Drown show here and there. You guys had a wonderful show the other night at the dojo. Just like to mention that. Wonderful, wonderful show the other night there, guys.
Thank you.
And before I actually get us into the number one, I just want to mention one more thing. If you guys haven't had the chance, I just got back from Sonic Temple, and it's been a very busy time for me. Get out there and pick up or check out the new Beyond Neptune Ascend album. This is, I think, an EP, maybe a small length album, but it isn't no small feat by any means. It's about 45 minutes worth of great material here, a killer instrumental at the end. And if you get the chance, definitely check these guys out. If you're in the local Columbus, Ohio area and in the Ohio region, I know that they work the region. I think they got a show coming up at Donato's Basement here soon. Grab this album, man. This thing's solid.
It's killer.
Thanks, Tone.
I
You're
love
welcome,
it.
man.
Yeah.
I love it too. It's phenomenal. I just got done listening to it, Jungle Rot's new album, and Propane's new album, and then Dying Fetus's recent album and Suffocation's recent album, and I've been jamming all that stuff here recently. So
Nothing but sunshine and rainbows over there.
if it ain't doom and death, I'm probably not listening to much of it. So or punk, I go through my phases with punk a lot, dude. I love punk music. But Scott, it's been wonderful. Give us your number one.
My number one is from a band called Led Zeppelin.
Who?
Might have heard of them.
Yeah.
I believe the song came out in 73 on Houses of the Holy. I didn't hear the first version I heard was from Song Remains the Same, the live version. And that song is No Quarter. And that song just blew me away. It's my favorite Led Zeppelin song. Just, John Paul Jones, with the keys and the Mellotron. It's such a spooky mood that he sets with it. And the band that covered it was Prog Metalers Tool.
Ooh.
Huh.
And I think their version is like pushing 12, 13 minutes.
Oh wow.
And they took it into, they say true. I'd say for like the first half of the song, and then they take it in their own direction, and it blows up. The ending is just it's an atom bomb going off. It's amazing. It's my favorite cover of all time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Maynard's vocals are so, yeah, it's back when he could really sing. He can't sing like he used to. That's why they stopped doing some older stuff. I didn't catch them at Sonic Temple. I'll have to talk to Tony about that. See, yeah, there you go. But that's yeah, that's
Maynard hid behind the drums all night. You could barely see anything on the stage, and I get that they have the whole the imagery thing going on the screens, and you don't
yeah,
really
the
get to see the
background.
band, but
Right.
it almost I was about 6 songs in, only heard 2 songs I was familiar with, and the visuals started to induce a acid flashback, and I had to leave.
Really, damn.
It was not fun. It was very, to me, boring. I'm not the biggest Tool fan. I really like the Einema album and the what album had Sober on it? The first one,
Undertow.
Undertow. I like
Yeah.
the first 2 albums. Everything else, it just felt to me like more of the same.
Yeah. But yeah, Maynard can't really sing like he used to. They had
Yeah.
to cut songs. Like he can't sing anymore. But that song, when they recorded it, he was in his prime, and he's at the top of his game vocally on that song.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, if you haven't heard it, check it out.
I have heard it. It is a very good
Awesome.
cover.
Yeah.
All right. I would be amiss to not include this band and this cover on the list of things we have here. Sleep being number 2 and this one being number 1. It was a really hard pick back and forth, but I had to really take into consideration what this song, what this band, what this album did for music at the time. And this is a cover of a song from a band called Slade. Most people don't know the original version of this song because of the cover. So once again, speaking about my good friend Pickle, I explained to him, you love covers. You just don't realize it. So over the weekend, I played him the Slade song, Come On, Feel the Noise, which was covered by Quiet Riot. And he said to me, the Quiet Riot will always be the original in his mind because he had heard it first and had only known about it. He had never heard the Slade version up until that point. So my number 1 goes to Quiet Riot, Come On Feel the Noise by Slade. This album dropped, I think, 82, 83, and it opened the floodgates for everything metal. I don't care what anybody says. Black Sabbath may have been the founders of metal, but these guys opened up the video age era of metal. Undisputed. What Quiet Riot did in 82 set the pace for what we would have and move into for the next 10, 12 years.
I agree with you on that to some degree. I think
nope, it's not up for debate. You can just be quiet.
What's West? He was there.
Yeah, that was a
83 Tone.
Yeah.
83.
All right, let's hear what you got to say. Come on, smart aleck.
I think it opened the door for commercial metal. Metal became more mainstream with Quiet Riot.
Yeah.
I think it opened the doors for, all the bands that came after that, the Poisons, the Motley Crues, the Dawkins, all that. But yeah, I don't know. It's
due to that point, metal was this thing that was hidden in the dark.
It was a different kind of metal for me.
I get it, but to that point, metal was hidden in the dark, dude.
Right, they brought it to the masses. Quiet Riot really brought it.
Quiet Riot brought it to the masses.
I
remember waking up on Saturday morning going, and I was like, "Holy shit! There it is!" You run to the TV. I remember being 8 years old, 9 years old, run to the TV just to go see the Whitesnake video with Tawny Katane running across the hood.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I remember watching Quiet Riot on Solid Gold, performing on Solid Gold.
Yeah.
And Slade was another one of those bands that just couldn't make it in the States, and they had so many great songs.
So many great songs.
Kiss was inspired by Slade, and if you listen to some songs from their box set, I mean, there's some just songs you've never heard that are just incredible. It's like, how come this never got on the radio?
Well, dude, what's crazy about it is if you take like the stuff that Slade, the slick black Cadillac and stuff that Quiet Riot covered, and you take that sound that they had then, and then what eventually broke them was Run Away.
All right.
Are you serious? Like, I get it for the 80s, but like, they should have been recognized off those tunes from which Quiet Riot made a splash from. But you got to give it to Quiet Riot for bringing it to, bring it to the people's attention. Hey, that's not our song.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, Quiet Riot is also one of the greatest cover bands because they took something like Slade shit. And I mean, if you listen to Come On Feel the Noise from Slade and you hear Quiet Riot's version, it's undisputedly more rocking than Quiet Riot's version.
Oh, definitely.
And what it did for metal and bringing metal to the mainstream and to the masses was, I'll never not credit that.
Yeah. If I remember right, they covered another Slade song, Mama We're All Crazy Now. That's another Slade song, right?
All right.
I
Yeah.
think Slickback Cadillac was one too.
No, that wasn't.
Okay.
No.
I think that was original. That was original song.
Okay.
That was a Randy Rhoads, I think, wrote that one.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Well, and then you got to mention Randy came from there.
Yeah.
Ozzy obviously seen something with Randy and Rudy to make it happen.
Oh yeah.
Because Randy and Rudy were a package deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
Now,
yeah.
Wes, you played Solid Gold too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tell everyone a story about that.
How'd that go?
Solid Gold was pretty wild. I mean, you got to remember, we were introduced by Andy Gibb and Marilyn McCoo from the Fifth Dimension. You couldn't get any more white bread than those two people. Here we, the most anarchistic band in history. It was pretty funny, but it was a lot of fun, and it exposed us to the country. And that's when I thought I told Bruce this story, that's when I thought I had actually made it, is when we got back to New York after doing Solid Gold. I'm walking to the corner to my local 7-Eleven, and I see this little black kid. He comes up to me, looks at me, and he goes, "I know you. You were on Solid Gold." At that point, I thought, okay, I made it now.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
That's awesome. That is so
Man.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Surely that's on YouTube, right? That's
Yes.
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
We'll have to check
I gotta
that out.
check that out
Check
again.
that out. Yeah.
Cool. All right. I believe Bruce, you are up.
Yeah. So this I'm really surprised me and Wes didn't kind of get the same one on this, but he started worrying me when he was starting to talk about Kiss. So this song here, you talk about making it their own. The original of this came out, and I think it was 1968 on it's Satanic Majesty's request. 2000 Man.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
The
Ace.
original version is awful. It's just it makes no sense. It's just awful. But what Ace does on the Dynasty album with this is really, he truly made it his own. This is, I think any fan would say this is a signature song of Ace. And I don't care whether it's the studio version or the live version. This is just it's my favorite, one of my favorite Ace songs, but definitely my favorite cover song. 2000 Man.
What an awesome pick.
I was really
Wow.
worried Wes is going to pick that.
Why would you be worried?
I
I've
would-
been
I'd take
hoping
it.
we would cross over, and there had been one single crossover.
I would have
That
taken
single-
New York Groove from Ace. Would have
Oh
been.
yeah.
I love that. That is my favorite Ace song, hands
Yeah.
down, undisputed. I remember walking through New York City, jamming that shit right through Times Square. Fuck it. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. I loved it. Wes, my good
All
friend,
right.
number one.
Number one. So let's come to the part of the show where I got to toot my own horn because the Plasmatics and Wendy were always big on cover songs, and there were so many that we could have chosen from. We worked up a version of Born to Be Wild later in the band that was really killer. Unfortunately, never got released. We did a version of Donovan's Atlantis, which Wendy really liked. That never got released. But for me, the cover song could have gone with No Class, the Motorhead cover, or Jailbait, another Motorhead cover from Wendy's second solo album. But the song I'm going with was one of the first songs I played on record with the band, and that was the Bobby Darin classic Dream Lover.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Great pick.
I mean, 50s song that we put through the punk rock generator. What we did with that was kind of a conceptual piece where each of us was isolated and just played noise for about 5 minutes, didn't hear what anybody else was doing, and brought it back into the song. And live, we stretched that out even longer so people will get visibly uncomfortable with like, what the hell's going on? And we recorded it on a 45, and then we also re-recorded it for our first album, New Hope for the Wretched.
Fantastic album, man.
Now, have you heard the cover by the Misfits for that?
No.
Jerry Only is doing vocals on
Well,
that.
the Jerry fits. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. That album, man, drives me up a wall sometimes, dude.
Project 1950.
Oh, there's some okay stuff, but
there's
not. For the most part, it is not a great album.
Well, his singing ruins it for me.
Oh.
He's just not a good singer. He's not a good Danzig impersonator. He's trying to do.
It's some of those covers on there are okay, and some are just like, I get why you did them because of the era and the age and whatnot, and you're trying to pay homage, but for crying out loud, dude, Jesus Lord, that's like on the Danzig cover album, man. He did a bunch of weird stuff on that album, man, and the production
it's terrible.
Oh,
the production ruined it. Yeah,
completely. That album is shot, and there was some really cool concept ideas because Glenn does like to take a lot of ideas and make them his own. But dude, that
it was a thumbs down. Yeah.
Cool. Plasmatics, dude. Dream Lover. That's on the first album.
Yeah.
I remember it being on the first album because I remember scoring that album really high when you gave it to me, Bruce. I love that album. I love everything.
No, I gave you Valley in 1984.
No, you did give me Valley in 1984, and I went back and looked into that first album and thought, man, dude, why did I miss these guys? And beyond me, dude, beyond me.
Yeah. And Wes, I got, since you brought up No Class, that's another song that, Wendy really made her own. Like I don't associate that with Motorhead at all. That's Wendy's song. I love that version.
Yeah. Chuck, you are the final boss of the evening, so you better come swinging.
All right, so my number one, which is probably an odd choice. It originally came out in 1980 on the album Lightning to the Nations, which is by the band Diamond Head, in which Metallica probably covered every song on that album at some point in time. They've literally covered the whole album at some point. This song was the B-side on the One single and the Eye of the Beholder single, I believe. It's also on Garage Inc. And that song is by Metallica, of course, The Prince. Man.
Such an interesting choice.
Now, Blue from our Beyond Neptune had mentioned that, the song had been sped up. There's a dude on YouTube that kind of, and I seen the video or the YouTube thing, and I think he's right. I think that they sped up the drums because of how the hi-hat sounds and whatever. And then, but in even they even say like that the guitars are just slightly bumped up in tuning, which I haven't tested that theory yet, but it's such a ravenous version. I mean, like they play it so fast.
Yeah.
If they're playing it that fast, I guess. But like James Hetfield's voice is normal, so it was recorded normal. It's just the technical aspect and like just how I guess drunken, it is kind of like the Stone Cold Crazy thing. You can tell that there's some alcohol involved, and they're just going. But yeah, it's my favorite cover of all time for whatever reason. I never knew that it was sped up until in recent times, if in fact it was.
Huh.
And according to this video, you can hear with the hi-hat. The hi-hat's a different tuning than the normal Lars, what he would normally use in time, around that time period. And when they play it live, it's slower than what they recorded it. So that also kind of gives way to maybe it was sped up in the studio.
Because normally it's the opposite.
But yeah, for me,
So, yeah.
The Prince by Metallica.
That bears to
It's a
mention
masterpiece.
one of the most covered songs that I can think of in history. And to hear the original version, it's a more upbeat song, kind of like the whole Seals and Croft Summer Breeze thing, a little more upbeat, a little more per se jovial. But there is nobody seems to do it at that pace that the original band would do it at. And most covers I've heard of that actual song, which is going to be the Grateful Dead's Friend of the Devil. 9 times out of 10, if you hear a cover of that song, it's slowed down, but it sounds good both ways. It just sounds more jovial and upbeat from the Dead. It's a little more picked up pace. And then say, by way of example, Counting Crows did a cover of it, and it's on their greatest hits. And it's really slowed down, really, really more of a mellow singer-songwriter thing. And I think even Sheryl Crow did a version of it, but nobody seems to do it at the pace that the Dead does.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found that very interesting myself. It's like, does nobody follow the no, it just ends up being a little more slower, mellow singer-songwriter thing.
Huh.
So yeah, pretty cool, man. Man, you guys all had some killer picks. Killer picks, dude. And not a single crossover.
I guess we'll keep them around till next season.
Speaking of next season, what do we want to end with next season?
Oh,
Like
we
discuss all kind of stuff, man.
Which is worse, Van Halen 3 or Motley Crue self-titled? Go ahead.
Ooh, that's a hot pick. That's a hot pick. Ugh. Awesome. Yes, indeed. So just real quick, guys, I want to go around the room real quick. Scott, let us know what you got going on with Slow Drown.
Oh, we're just working on new songs. Trying to get a few finished up so we can start recording. We'll probably have 7 finished songs time we're ready to start recording here.
Where are we recording it?
I'm in my basement. We're gonna do it ourselves.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Anything coming up with the weight?
I am no longer in the wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Any shows coming up with Slow Drown?
August 29th at the Hub in Newark. We'll be playing with Worm Sun. They're a local doom band. And Turning Tides, I think, is the other headliner. Some good bands on that bill.
Okay. Nice, nice. At the Newark Hub. Yep, familiar with that venue. All right. And Wes, you got anything coming up? Anything
I
going on?
certainly, yeah. Well, I just got back from a trip down to Alabama where I recorded guitar parts to a track I'm doing with a good friend of mine named Dan Fastuca. It features the drummer from Yngwie Malmsteen's band on it. The bass player from Eternal Idol, Sabbath, is playing on it. And we're hoping to get Robin Zander from Cheap Trick to do the vocals on it. So
Wow.
hopefully that'll come out and that'll be something.
Do,
Nice.
do we have a tentative
Really
date?
heavy song. Hmm?
Do you have a tentative date?
Oh, not yet. No, no. I think it came out really good. I mean, it's some amazing stuff. I did a lot of guitar parts on it.
Okay. Any future work with Bloody F Mess?
Yeah, but again, I'm still working on that Plasmatics tribute with him. Also going to feature original tune and another cover song, and hopefully we're trying to rope in some special guests on that one. See how that goes.
Nice, 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 nice. And for all things Plasmatics, check out the Plasmatics on the interwebs. You can pick up wonderful t-shirts and items and albums there. And if you're lucky, maybe you can reach out to Wes, and he may be nice enough to meet you at a toy convention like he does his good friends here at Hooked on Sonics. All right. And Chuck, man, what you got going on, man?
Got a show coming up at Donato's Basement, June 12th. And then we're doing Rock Out Camp Out June 20 on it's Friday and Saturday, but we're playing Saturday. Encourage everybody to go check out Friday's lineup as well. That's a food drive. Just bring food, and that's your
in door.
Yep, it's in Newark. Just look at you can look it up on Facebook and get the info on that. And of course, we're promoting the new EP, LP, whatever album kind of thing it's called.
Ascend.
Ascend, and we got a couple other things, and on the back, that we're slowly cooking up, and me and Blue's working on some things on the side. I'm helping him on a couple of things that he's got going on, and yeah, that's what's going on.
Good deal. Now, as you come off this album cycle and we break into September, I'd imagine you guys are probably going to be looking to, roping in for the winter and whatnot. Can we count on you guys to come on and talk about the new album? I know we tried to bring it on this past season, but timing wasn't right. I'd love to get you guys on. When we go into the next season, kind of early on if we can.
Oh yeah, let's see what's up.
Okay. Cool. And then you guys get your guys' stuff wrapped up. I want to get on with that. And of course, Wes, if you got new stuff coming out and want to talk about it, please feel free to reach out. We want to definitely make all the people aware of, especially our friends here at the panel who, provide a great service to us every end of season and go over these wonderful topics with us. Once again, we want to thank you guys all for coming on. Bruce, you got anything you want to add to any of this?
No, I mean, obviously, thank you guys for being a part of this. You're integral into what we do, and means the world to us. And obviously, everyone out there listening and stuff. It's been a great wild ride, and we're looking forward to doing bigger, better things, and bring you some killer content, and hopefully you dig it.
I think you guys had a great season this year, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Interview was pretty sweet.
Which one?
The Mark Mendoza.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh man, yeah. I'll tell you, if you go back and you actually watch the interview on YouTube, you can watch when we hooked him in. Me and Bruce have discussed this. Like the minute I mentioned that first Montrose album, he kind of knew like we know our stuff, and he's like. He just settled in. Like we planned for about an hour per guest just to not be rude and try to take up too much of their time. But dude, he settled right in and was just like, and when we were done, he was like, let's get together again. So who knows? You might get to see him jump in for next season's panel.
Nice.
Sweet.
So very,
Hey, I
very
hope,
cool cat.
hope you guys will do a part 2 of these covers because man, there's so many that I could have
Oh
brought.
yeah.
Oh
My
yeah.
list is so long. I mean, there was so much I wanted to put on, but
Right.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Dude, it was very hard. It was very hard
Yeah.
to come up. And here's the thing. I think we can all agree. Right now, those are our top 5. It could change
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Well, it's funny. I was telling Wes yesterday. I said, "Dude, I came up with my list through a dream. Like I had a dream about my list, and boom, there it was. Because I was missing one song, and it was that Audra May song. I was like, that's fucking it. Of
Wow.
course, So
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. And I think everybody had wonderful picks, man, to be honest with you. What a eclectic group. And I encourage anybody who's out there listening, take this list, set it into your Spotify or whatever it is you use out there and see what you dig off of it and let us know what you dig, you know?
you know what,
Reach
Tone?
out.
Let's do this. Let's make a Spotify playlist on our channel there.
So why don't you do me a favor? Why don't
Yeah.
you do that?
Okay.
I don't have Spotify. I use Bandcamp, and all of this isn't going to be on Bandcamp. So
Right.
no, seriously. If you
Okay.
give me if you set up the list, which you can do, send me
Yeah.
the link. Once you've sent me the link, I can add it wherever you want me to add it.
Okay.
And
Pumpkin.
I will also have the TikTok as well as the Instagram wrapped up. You'll get to see pieces of that Mark Mendoza interview, the Montrose review, and obviously this episode here with our good friends in the panel. But yeah, if you're tuning in, watching on YouTube or any of the podcast streaming services, we want to once again thank you. We will be back for a 5th season. Bruce and I have agreed on that. Hopefully, the idea would be that we're probably going to have a few more guests next year, and we may change the format just a slight bit. But other than that, we're going to still bring you great album reviews. We're going to bring you great guests. We've made some wonderful friends doing this, and we're going to continue to do so. And hopefully things get bigger and bigger and bigger, and we continue to just hang out and talk about great music with some of the greatest people we have around us.
Huge.
Huge. It's going to be huge.
You're not going to believe how huge it is.
Jokes aside, man, what a wonderful evening. Thank you guys all for tuning in. As you know, this is the panel. Over there, Scott. We've got Wes, Chuck. I'm Tone.
I'm Bruce.
And we are Hooked on Sonics. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next season.
See ya, hookers.
See ya.
So long.